Prepare to close colors. Post. Post.
Let us pray. O Lord our God, confident of your promise to be with us always, we are bold to ask your blessing as we gather on this Veterans Day. May we remember always the gift of freedom as we walk forward, shouldering the causes of freedom. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Join me in welcoming Mr. Steve Camilleri, the Executive Director of the Center for Homeless, South Bend, Indiana.
Thank you, Justin. I want to thank Justin and Karen for having us here in your home this evening. It's a pleasure to be here. I also want to say thank you to all of the residents here. Thanks for having us. We really appreciate it. I want to thank our Miller's vets. Just so darn proud of you guys and gals. Really am. Thank you, Judge, for allowing me to introduce you. It's really a special honor for me. It's because of his extraordinary gifts and passion for their lives that he has made a ripple in their life that he'll really never know. And so it is with great pride and honor that I introduce to you the Honorable Robert Lowell Miller, Sr., Lieutenant Commander, United States Navy, retired.
Thank you, Steve. Those were certainly much more than generous remarks. I've been asked to tell you just very briefly a short synopsis of Miller's Vets. The South Bend Tribune started running a series of stories about the homeless. Well, I caught myself reading those. And then on about December the 21st, one of their photographers went down at one of the abandoned docks of a trucking company and took a picture of a man, homeless, obviously, sleeping in what looked like a coffin. And the story said that the weather was 18 degrees. Now, that did it. And so the conversations followed. We are only a division of the Center for the Homeless. We're not social workers, know nothing about that. I don't profess to know anything, but I do know military, and I do know a little bit about the law because I've been in it so long. And so we were able to work the military, and then that's all we're here for, is the military motif. So when you hear about the Miller's Vets, you're just hearing about a military motif superimposed on one segment of the Center for the Homeless. And it's important to understand that. You are entitled to know what we're doing here tonight and how this came about. Well, this organization has a very, very fine and capable and competent lady. The coordinator for their events is Karen Martindale. In talking to her, she says it's so hard to find a program. The Miller's Vets help us do that, and would you be able to find us a World War II speaker? Well, I'm a World War II talker, and so I didn't have to look far for that away, and they asked me to talk just a little bit about kamikaze warfare, because that's what I had in the Pacific. Well, now you've heard of these veterans coming home, lots of them, with what we call PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. And this isn't the first time anybody's come back and had any such thing. They're out there from a trauma and the fact that affects you, and you get a vision that just keeps eating away at you. If you watch the kamikaze dive and hit you, believe me, you're not going to forget that very soon. Well, I'm going to get around to showing you about the one that I think about many, many times every day. The first one is, my roommate was a photo combat officer, and he took a picture of this plane. That's the Judah. Here he is. This is from a sister ship inside. That's the point of impact. There's the explosion. And now then, let's put it together and get this guy diving. This is from a ship next to us. We hit him right there, and he hit us right there. Well, now I see that lots, but that isn't the one that gets me. Here's the one that I see in my mind's eye thousands of times. That was him just before he killed my shipmates. As a part of this Talk to Me program, it's 3 phases. The requirement to have our program is that you must open with a prayer, you must pledge allegiance to our country's banner, and sing a patriotic song, you know. And then we're going to find a most recently deceased World War II vet, and we're going to honor him in full ceremonial form for Lieutenant Scholl.
Thank you, Bill. Oh.
Quietly you've all turned gray. You did your job, you saved our way.